You clicked on this video because you're trying to find out how to schedule your college classes. Whether you are new at this or someone that is experienced and trying to find a new way to do it, I'm going to be sharing my personal way on how I actually schedule my classes for the upcoming college semesters. Many people have different approaches to this. However, I'm hoping that the way that I do it personally benefits you and makes it a lot more easier when picking out your classes for the upcoming semester. Also, make sure to stick around because I included a freebie in the description below for an Excel template, and I'll be showing you guys how to use that in order to help you guys effectively pick your classes. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the video. So there's a lot of steps to this, but I'm gonna break it down in headings. The first one is preparation. First thing that you're gonna wanna do is calendar block. I talk about this lightly in one of my other videos, which I'll link in my description below or tag it up here. That way you can check it out. What I recommend is using Google Calendar. However, if you're more comfortable using different calendars or the calendar that comes with your phone, that's perfect. So you're gonna wanna block out the times that you're working. You're gonna also wanna block out times that you have extracurricular activities or you wanna exercise. In addition to that, you're also going to want to block out times that you don't have like the highest energy. And what I mean by energy is that you do not want to take morning classes if you are not a morning person. Neither do you want to take afternoon classes if you're not an afternoon person. Particularly for me, in my situation, I love taking morning classes at 7 a.m. because I have a fresh head and because I'm a psycho. So after you're done calendar blocking, you're going to want to go ahead and pick up your academic roadmap. Your academic roadmap is given to you from your advisor or counselor at your community college. If you have not had the opportunity to connect with a counselor or advisor at your college campus, you're going to want to connect with them right away because you do not want to take classes that's going to waste you time and money. When looking at your academic roadmap, whether you're someone that's a freshman, sophomore, or junior, look at the classes that are available for you and kind of think about the classes that you want to take for that particular semester. Also, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't take 5 or 6 classes unless you particularly know that you can do that. However, I always recommend to just take the full amount load or maybe even 5 classes tops. However, when you're picking out these classes, you want to take half of the units easy and half of the units hard. Why? Because at the end of your graduation or towards the end of your academic roadmap, you're going to have classes that are all hard. I personally ran into this, and you don't want to do that because nothing sucks more than having to take a bunch of classes that are really challenging and time consuming. So make sure you balance that out. So after you pick out the courses that you want to take for that semester and have them written down next to you on a blank piece of paper, you're going to want to open up your college catalog. This takes us to the next heading, Rate My Professor. Now, many of you may already know what RateMyProfessor is, but for those of you that don't, RateMyProfessor is an online database that holds professor ratings for institutions or colleges, so that way you can get a better idea of like what professors you should take and what professors you shouldn't take based off what other students have said taking their classes. On the website, you can search up the college or the professor's name. I particularly just like to look up the professor's name because it's a lot more easier. You're going to want to check out those ratings and the comments that they have for that particular professor. Important disclaimer that I do want to disclose, make sure you check in with your classmates or some of your friends first. The reason why I recommend that is because sometimes on RateMyProfessor, it doesn't accurately reflect on how well the professor did. Sometimes students give them a poor rating because the professor gave them a poor grade because the student didn't perform well, and that's not the professor's fault. So you want to make sure you check in with your classmates or friends to get a better idea before making that final decision. Lastly, I recommend picking 3 professors for each course because you never know if they're going to get full. So this is where the freebie comes in, and I hope you guys find this helpful. I created a Google Sheet in my description below. You could click on the link. I made it downloadable so that way you guys could download the template and use it on your computer if you have Microsoft Excel, or you could download it for yourself to use in Google Sheet. The purpose of this document is to rank your professors from choice number 1 to choice number 3 and get a better idea of like which professor you want to take based off of some of the comments that the students made and their ratings. Also, don't forget to smash the like button if you're finding this video helpful. All right, so with that being said, this takes us to the last heading, which is rank your professors on the spreadsheet. After you made a decision on the professors that you want to take, the top 3 professors, don't forget, you're going to want to rank them by choice. Have choice number 1 the highest and choice number 3 the lowest. This way you have a better idea of which professor you prefer to take over the other, and just in case the class gets full, you could always revert to choice number 2 just by copying and pasting the section number. And if you're from a college that's highly populated like mine, classes will typically run out really quickly. So having this in advance is super helpful, especially for professors that are really good and you know you want to take them. Having this document prepared in advance puts you ahead of the curve. Next, you're going to want to compare and contrast some of the professors that you have ranked for each of the courses, and kind of ask yourself, based on the notes that you put, do you like some professors because they give extra credit? Do you like this professor a little bit more because they drop an exam? Or do you like this professor because they don't require you to purchase a textbook? And that's when you kind of got to decide which option works best for you. And lastly, you're going to go ahead and highlight those professors that you chose after comparing and contrasting them, and then save the document. And when the day comes that registration opens and it's your time to enroll, that way you could just open up that document, copy and paste those section numbers, and put them into registration, and boom, you're done. So much easier instead of waiting till last minute and opening up the catalog and kind of like highlighting through the book which one that you want to choose, or looking through the online database. Thank you so much, folks, for checking out today's video. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button in case you haven't had the opportunity yet, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on my newest releases. Also, in addition to that, make sure you smash that like button if you haven't had the opportunity yet for the YouTube algorithm. Also, make sure to follow my IG handle right here for Instagram. That way you can get updates on my daily posts. In addition to that, you can reach out to me if you want to see any videos that I can create, or if you have any questions that I could help you out with. I also wanted to announce on my 1,000 subscriber mark, I will be doing a giveaway, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that one as well. Thank you all for your support. Happy holidays and have a great day.